Hello, this is some nice weather we're having, don't you think? Well, if you believe in stuff like climate change or global warming, then you probably think days like this are numbered, especially if we continue down the path that we're currently on. And if you don't believe in that sort of thing, then I can imagine it's a safe bet you're interested in saving money. Well, that's what I'm here to talk to you about. The things you could do to improve efficiency while saving money and the environment at the same time. Modern life has created a culture of inefficiency that has a negative impact on the environment, the economy, and our national security. To understand the scope and impact, I did a little research, and in the book entitled Energy Efficient Cities, Assessment Tools and Benchmarking, edited by Rajon K. Bowles, was this insert which attests to just how much energy the modern city lifestyle actually uses. And I quote, according to current estimates, cities house half the world's population but account for 2/3 of global energy requirements. Now to put this in perspective, I got this insert from To Save Energy, Save Money, Simple Steps to Slash Your Energy Use and Costs by Alvin U. Bell and George Merlis, which basically says that on average, Americans spend 5% of their income on energy. Wow, just imagine how much money we could save collectively and individually if we could cut that number in half. And we can too. Just to prove it, there's this website entitled How Much Energy Does the U.S. Waste by Sean Castine. And in this site, Castine approximates that the biggest of the biggest power plants are only about 33% efficient, which means that for every 1 unit of power produced, about 2 units of waste is also produced. And that's the big boys. How energy efficient are you? See, that's my sticking point. I don't have delusions that everybody's ready, willing, and are able to make drastic changes in their lifestyle, although I do think that would be a good solution. But I do think everybody can cut waste. How, you might ask? Well, you could do something as simple as placing a half-gallon jug full of water in your toilet tank. You see, every time you flush, the jug will displace a half-gallon of water. Hey, with this fix, it takes a half-gallon less to fill up your tank. And if you multiply that by the number of flushes a day and by the number of days in a month, that's substantial savings on your water bill and more fresh water for the environment. According to the toilet trick at videojug.com, this 1-minute fix will save you 16% on your water bill, or about 7,500 gallons of water per year. I know you're probably saying to yourself, that stuff Mickey Mouse. Well, hey, it's a start, and you don't have to stop there. You could, and I know you probably heard this before, insulate your house. But this time, do an extensive check for holes, cracks, and other places where you could be losing your precious heat or air, depending on what time of year it is, to the outside world. According to the dailygreen.com, they cite the U.S. Department of Energy for saying that the average American can waste anywhere from 5 to 30% air conditioning in the outside world. As a solution, they suggest rolling up a bath towel and placing it under a drafted door. Another simple thing you could do, and I'm pretty sure your mother already told you this one, is cut off all lights in rooms that aren't being used. But you could take it one step further and unplug any devices known as power vampires, or devices that continually drain energy even when they're not turned on or being used. You know, devices like cell phone chargers or AC/DC power supplies, computers, VCR/DVD players, and/or microwaves. That is if you're not using their onboard clocks. To put this in perspective, the realworldgreen.com cites the U.S. Department of Energy for saying that in an average American home, 40% of all electricity used are while these appliances are so-called off. As a solution, they recommend buying a power strip and plugging all those type of devices into it. When you're not using them, you could just turn off the power strip. That way you don't have to plug and unplug these devices. Another recommendation for those of you who have money and are serious about this environmental stuff, you can buy energy efficient store appliances. Their initial cost may be higher than their counterparts, but in the long run they'll save you money. I realize that old habits die hard, and I don't expect everyone to make drastic changes all together and all at once, but if you multiply the simple things that people can do, like the ones discussed in this presentation by the estimated 230 million people in this country, we can really make a difference and set an example. But if we continue with these habits, our future may be bleak. Now I hope I've clearly illustrated the positive aspects of being more energy efficient and how easy and practical this mentality can really be. We must all get involved and do what we can while there's still time before our environment is damaged beyond repair and our pocketbooks and economy are out of money. I propose we ever so slightly make changes to our habits while there's still time.